just like my brother said before, I just want to thank everybody for being here, and those who aren't here. I know that they're with us in spirit. That's how my dad was. My dad was very modest, so we grappled with what we wanted to do. And I actually think this was even more than what he would have wanted. But I just wanted to honor him and celebrate him and just be able to share what he's meant to us. I'm gonna try to keep it brief because I know I might break down, so I just want to.
It's okay.
I just wanted to say, I've been telling people that when I cry, it's not because I'm sad. It's because I'm grateful. Anyone who knows me knows that my dad was my best friend. That's what I really wanted to share. Like, somebody told me, I think it was my friend last night who's in Pittsburgh. She couldn't make it down, but we talked on the phone, and she reminded me of how blessed I am, because I got to not only have my father in my life, and like Stefan said, and like Keith said, he wasn't always around when we were little, but when he did come around, he didn't waste time talking to me about frivolous things. I remember being like 7 or 8, and he always used to talk to us. It was actually 2 things. It was God. He used to say, don't cry about me, like, because he knew he wasn't always there. Don't cry about me. You need to be talking to your real father, reminding us who God was. And that, as a young girl, that stood with me. Like, that's why I know, and I never apologize about my faith and about how my whole life is centered or striving towards God. Is because if this man took so much time to instill in me at such a young age, I was younger than Lily, and he was talking to me about God, I was like, something has to be there. And if anyone knew his life in his young adulthood, they know his trials and his tribulations. And for him to, you can get so lost out there, we know that. But for him to even take time out to just pray for us and to try to like leave us, because he knew he wasn't always going to be there. So to try to remind us who to really lean on and who to really look to, that always stood out. And Stefan already said the other thing that he will always mention was that we better respect this lady. He did not play about that. And that stood out too. It always resonated with me that even though he wasn't always in the household, he better not get a call that we acting up or being disrespectful. So I think he just always instilled like truth and honor and just a love for God. And that resonated with me. I also just wanted to highlight that I'm very thankful for my father, because you already mentioned it earlier, Stefan, but you said like, Mom, you've always, been kind to my father. And you've always encouraged us to love our father. I know for a fact you wrapped Christmas presents and said they were from him. And now that I'm old, I'm like, I don't think they were. That just tells me something about who you were. But my father was the same way. Like, he always praised my mother and lifted her up, and I thank him for that. And that was my foundation in my youth. Even though he wasn't always there, he took time out to make sure that we're looking up towards God. And I thank him for instilling that in me. But I also, like I said earlier, he was my friend. So that was who my father was. But more than anything, I lost a friend. I've been made peace with my father when I became a woman, that I might not have some of those childhood memories. But I gained a friend. And I remember when I first started getting close with my dad, it was my 9th grade year. And it's funny because I used to be uncomfortable. Like, I remember when I was about to start high school, and we may have saw him like maybe the week or so before, and he said, you can call me. He was working at, I think, Tilden Gardens up in Northwest or something like that. He said, I can give him a call. And if anybody knows me, I'm shy. If I don't reach out, if I don't say something, it's probably because I'm shy. I don't know what to say. And I was shy even reaching out to my dad back in those days. But thank God he knew how to talk, because I didn't talk back then. He was just talking my ear off. They're not lying. My dad would go on for hours. And it made life easier for me, because he would just talk to me about God, talk to me about family, he would tell me about his family history. And then somewhere along the line, I don't even remember when, he started doing less talking and I did more. And he just started listening to me. Of all the people in my life, I could call my dad, especially before we lived together. And I just knew I always had somebody I could talk to. And that was important to me, because there were times when I didn't have friends. So just knowing that I had my dad to talk to, he never made me feel less than. He was the first person who called me beautiful, made me believe it. He was truly my friend. He encouraged me, like, and I used to even get upset when he would like lift me up because I was just like, it was too much. But he just really poured everything he had into me. And I just, again, my sadness is just because I've lost a friend, but I know that I trust in God, and I trust that this was his time, and I probably will, feel this for a while. But again, it's just because I know that I've lost a friend. Someone that I can talk to, and I know it's going to be hard because it is surreal. I can't believe he's gone, but I'm just thankful that I had every opportunity, so many memories, and I can't even pinpoint one. And I'm not going to read it, but I shared a letter. I had, I'm really into like keepsakes and things like that, and I had come across these keepsakes called Letters to My Dad. And I didn't have a chance to read it to him, but I wanted to share it with you all, so that's why I included it. And it was just, it's in the program, and I just read it really quickly. I actually wrote this before he came to Pittsburgh, and it's about, I think this prompt is like a little memento, and it's prompts to write letters to your dad, and I think this one was about our greatest adventure. And this does tell a little bit about some of the ways he was there for me. And I just said, "Hi, Daddy. I will always treasure our venture to Duke Ellington School of the Arts. During a time when I needed encouragement and support, you were with me all the way. You helped me believe in myself and see the hope that God gives. It was our moment, and I'm thankful to have shared it with you, my father, my friend. Although you were not feeling your best, you were with me during this uncertain time, certain new and exciting moments, And over the years, we've had so many more adventures. Duke, my days at Hampton. He took me to get my locks up on Georgia Avenue. He went with me up there to get them. When I started working in Bethesda at Host Hotels, when I made the move to Pittsburgh, he came to visit me on countless times. Sure, I think he was with me that very first time. He even brought the kids up a couple of times, once before, and he's come up many more times. And I just wanted to say that he was my best friend. And at the time, I was just hoping that we had many more adventures than we did. I think that's the main thing I just want to say, is that I lost a friend too. It would be sad to see him go, but I'm thankful for everything that we had. So I thank everybody for coming and sharing in this moment. And again, I'm not sad. I'm just thankful and grateful, and that's what the tears are about. And I thank everybody for everything they shared today. Thank you.
I thought I had myself together. I done had to run and get some tissue. Amen.